Gummy bears again.
You're listening to the Oracle Talk Radio Network.
Hello, I'm Sabrina Carpenter.
I'm Dasha.
Hey, I'm Billie Eilish.
What's up, guys? I'm Camila Cabello.
Hey, this is Tate McRae.
I love this station.
I love this station.
You're listening to Chasing Prophecy Radio, where we discuss anything and everything beyond the scope of normal. On the Oracle Talk Radio Network. Broadcasting live in Pittsburgh and Philadelphia.
If it's unexplainable, we're talking about it.
Whether you're a believer or a skeptic,
we cover everything where the unknown becomes the known.
And now, here are your hosts, Jenny Nicasio and Tom Callway.
Good evening and welcome to Chasing Prophecy on the Oracle Talk Radio Network, where we discuss anything and everything beyond the scope of normal. Jenny Nicasio and my co-host Tom Callway is here.
Hello, everybody. Great to be back. Great to be on here. Good to see everybody on a warm Thursday here, Jenny. A really warm Thursday. It got up to almost 60 here. So.
Oh wow, didn't get that warm here.
No,
it rained most of the day.
No, you would be a pool person on a 60-degree day out in Pittsburgh. I can tell.
Oh, yeah, really. I can't. I am not a winter person. Hi, Holly. I'm not a winter person.
Hey,
I have to tell you that. I don't like it. I am looking forward to warmer weather. But I'm glad to be here tonight, everyone. We have a good show planned. There's a lot of stuff going on out there. The Epstein files are going to be released. They're released, but we can't see them yet because the media is going through them. But,
yes.
I'm anxious to find out what's going on.
Now,
what about you?
I'm very anxious to see what's going on with that as well. Years ago when all this happened, they gave us like high level names and things like that, like Clinton and Kevin Spacey and Hillary and things like that. This one that's coming out is supposed to be a 10-page more in-depth document, because let me tell you this, Jenny, there's going to be a bunch of names that went to that island for things that didn't have anything to do with anything bad, right?
Yeah.
They probably been there once. I'm not concerned about those names. I want to see the names that flew there over 3 times. That's the name. Those are the names that I want to see. Those are the people that you got to question. And do you think they're going to redact it? Do you think there's just going to be black marker through it?
No, may hope not, because I think we have the right to know. I mean, especially if it's somebody high up in Congress or somebody that was at the White House. But we need to. I mean, there's so much crap going on. I mean, there's some terrible things like Diddy did.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he went
big
there.
news this week. He had big news this week too.
Yeah.
That whole
crazy.
thing. His lawyer. Now keep in mind, America, his lawyer was the same or a part of the, because there's never just one, right? So his lawyer was a part of the crew that took down Osama bin Laden defended Osama bin Laden because his crime was in America. And so everybody gets the due process, in our Constitution. So he had, a lawyer, and he was a part of that. He stuck through that, America, up until the final thing. You know what I mean? And a lawyer, doesn't matter whether you believe that he didn't do it or not. A lawyer's just there. It's a job to do. They have to do that.
Yeah.
So I say all of that, America, to tell you this. This man defended Osama bin Laden, who created the biggest terror attack in American history, killed more innocent people than any other time on American soil, right? He defended him. He got, and this is me putting that out there. He got disclosure. Or I'm sorry, discovery. I said disclosure. Aliens. He has discovery. Now, this is about the time when you get discovery, right when you're coming up to the trial. Now, his trial, I believe, is like May 4th or something. So this is about the time that the prosecution comes in with their, the big boxes you get at Staples, right? Plops them right there on the desk and says, here you go. This is everything we have against him. Sometimes it's, no matter what, it's about 1,000 pages. So with something that's as ominous as Diddy, it's probably 6-7 boxes. It's probably 10-20,000 pages of things that he had to go through. This
Mhm.
man went through them, looked at everything, and told Diddy and told the American people, there's nothing I can do for this man. And he quit. Now, what does that tell you, America? Read between the lines? What does that tell you? It tells you what they turned over is awful. Because if what they turned over for Osama bin Laden was 2 towers falling, a terrorist attack that fell right near you, Jenny, in Pittsburgh, right outside of Pittsburgh, and obviously in the Pentagon, they turned over all that. He still defended Osama bin Laden. He still took that case on. Whatever they turned over to him for Diddy, he did not want to continue. He said, I saw no path forward. I see no path forward. I cannot defend this man. Whatever was in those documents, to me, has to be pure, unabated evil. Something along the lines, to me, and this is just me speculating, to me,
Mhm.
of sacrifice, ritualistic killings, and there's been rumors of necromancy and conjurings,
Mhm.
devil worshiping, demonic activity, demonic practices, I should say. So when you have all of those things coming together, this lawyer, and lawyers aren't dumb, by the way, they go to a ton of school, almost as much school for their craft as doctors do in their craft, right? So
Yeah.
they're very smart individuals. They go through all of this. He could have played this a little while longer. He could have got another payday. He could have got more money from Diddy. He could have got more checks written to him, more money out of the forgetting the name right now, retainer. I'm sorry. So he could have got more money out of that retainer to keep doing it. He didn't. He threw his hands up and said, "You know what? I'm done."
We'll find out, huh? It just and I hope they don't retract anything. I hope they don't. Because I'll be disappointed.
I'll be disappointed too if they don't. If they redact other things and not names, I'll understand. You know what I mean? Because they have to get all their facts right. But no, I really, it's really bad. It's really bad when you start redacting things. I mean, we know I FOIA documents. You and me have talked about documents.
Mhm.
You see them. You'll see them on TV shows. You'll see them on all of those alien channels, all of those alien shows. And there's big. It's like a highlighter, but a black marker. You know what I mean? Across everything.
Yeah, they do.
What does it do? It doesn't do anything for anybody. Is what I'm trying to say.
They think we're children. I think that's the most of it. But you want it off topic. I started that. I do the morning podcasts, and I do like Bible verses, and I do some
Yeah.
content that's faith based. So I posted something today about Satan,
What'd you
and this
post?
cracked me up. It was nothing bad. It was just I was posting about the devil.
Yeah.
And this demon in the audience, I guess the comments,
A
he goes,
demon in the audience?
if you believed in Jesus, you wouldn't wear so much makeup.
That's what he said?
Yes. And I told him, I said, why would you even say anything? I mean, yeah, I wear a lot of makeup. That's who I am. But I told him, do you remember Tammy Faye?
That's what they took the time out of their day to write that to you.
Yeah, and I
My God.
I want to say something back to the fact that where does it say in the Bible that you're not supposed to wear makeup?
It
I
doesn't.
don't think it ever,
doesn't.
and I
No.
know according to the times, makeup was very popular with the women.
And the
Look
men,
at
actually.
I mean, look at Cleopatra. Look at all them. That was very, and even Mary Magdalene,
Helen of
she wore a lot of
Troy. I mean,
makeup.
this is different timing, but Helen of Troy, she was supposed to be the most beautiful woman to ever live, and they all used makeup,
Yeah,
fragrances.
and if you watch The Chosen,
The
they all have
Chosen.
makeup on, all the women. Do you watch that? Oh, I love The Chosen.
The
It's one of my
Chosen.
it's one of my
What is it
favorite.
on? It sounds familiar, but I'm
It
hard time
is
placing it.
It started on the Angel Network, and now it's on this other one. The Angel Network are the ones who create it and make it, but now they have it. You go to the movie theater.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It goes to the movie theater, and then it's released on streaming. But I love, it's one of my favorites. Oh, I love The Chosen. Oh,
It
I love it.
sounds very interesting.
It's
There was a
it's
Saints
Jesus.
show. I don't know if you
It's
saw that too.
Jesus. What's that?
There was a Saint show that was new. Scorsese did it.
It's on yeah, I didn't see that. That's on Fox. I wonder where our guest is. I guess she's lost.
Maybe.
I sent her two links. Maybe she doesn't know how to do it. And
We'll have a good time hanging out with everyone. You know how it is.
I
Holly
don't
switched
see.
it up on us. I see she's on YouTube this time instead of Facebook.
Ooh.
And those are hidden viewers. And thank you everybody for reaching out and messaging us. Do you know when people watch us on YouTube TV, it does not show up as a view on our.
Are you serious?
I know. Because I was wondering, I took a look at some of our numbers for the network and things like that. And 70%, and thank you everybody who's been tuning in, week after week, all of our shows. But 70% watch us actually on YouTube TV on their television instead of the mobile app or
Well,
computer.
there's people watching, but they're not commenting. I like comments because I like to
We
talk.
love comment. Well, if you're watching on the TV, you can't comment.
Oh, well.
Because you have the remote. How are you gonna? You know what I mean? But if our guests,
what happened to all the aliens? Did they go bye-byes?
What about you?
Or is the
me, you know what? Do I have that? I probably have that.
What? I'm looking for something. What?
Let me see.
I was gonna ask Mr. Predictor while we were waiting, but I don't know where I put Mr. Predictor.
Mr.
Somewhere
Predictor
around here. Where are you, Mr. Predictor? He's evil anyways. He bothers me.
No, I thought I had it up here. Maybe I didn't. But the video your son took of the drone out in Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah, that was scary.
Yeah. And that was a legitimate one. That was really good video. Even across the phone, when I was looking on the phone, really good video. Really good video. They're still out here. But the thing is it goes back to what you were saying, Jenny, a little bit when it kind of first started, that you were like, oh, they're just trying to desensitize us. You know what? It worked. It worked. Nobody's on TikTok talking about the drone. They're still here, but they're not talking about it. They're not posting about it as much anymore. And so it's almost like people are like, oh, well, whatever. I don't care anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know if that's a good strategy. Look at Holly. If you cast it to your TV from your phone, you can still comment. Everybody, take note of that. Cast to the TV and comment on the phone. You get the best of both worlds. And William, good to see you, William. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Love that picture of William. That's a professional headshot right there. When's the last time you had headshots, Jenny?
Oh, a long time ago.
I got to get mine redone. Mine was spring of 22.
Yeah, mine was. It's when I first started. About 6 years ago. I'm not getting them anymore. I'll just take a Snapchat.
Snapchat.
Remember, that's still very popular. Snapchat.
It is. It is.
There we go.
Look, he said it was. Yeah, William. Well, it's very well done. Kudos to if you did that self or if somebody else did that. That's wonderful. Great.
Well, you can do them now yourself because there's so many different apps. They can even take the background out and make it. Yeah, they can. Yeah, they can. They can even do an AI that's not even you to make you look good. There's so many. It's creepy because you know what? With all these new filters, you get catfished really easy. Because they have, you can't believe some of these pictures.
If there's a way to scam each other, we'll find a way as a society, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well,
All
that's
right.
good.
Well, hats
Well, our
off
guest
to him,
is in the
William.
house. Our guest is in the house.
Our guest is in the house. Good. Thank you, everybody, for waiting. And Jenny, you have the
Yeah.
bio.
Just give me 1 second, get her bio. It's like there's a couple different ones. Let's see which ones should I use. Well, let's see. Okay. Well, our guest is let me make sure Betsy Whitfill. I hope I said that right. She's a mother, a grandmother, and after working 15 years as an office manager of her husband's he's her husband who's a doctor. It looks like an internal medicine practice. She spent her time reading esoteric. Is that right? Am I saying that? Esoteric. Come on, esoteric books. In 1985, she had a personal experience of an enlightened teacher named. Oh, I wrote this down so I could pronounce it right, and I don't have it in front of me. I can't believe it. I had it all ready for you. Maitreya. I'm not sure.
Maitreya.
I had the pronunciation all written out. I guess because I was waiting. Which caused her to change her priorities in life. Years of studying Ageless Wisdom teachings. She had experiences in this, and she went on to further study. Became awakened. And she's going to talk to us about some really cool stuff like the Age of Aquarius. So without further ado, and she can correct me on how to pronounce it. Without further ado, welcome to Chasing Prophecy, Betsy. It was nice to have you.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. So how do you pronounce that? Yeah, we can see you.
Maitreya. Yeah,
Maitreya.
Maitreya.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's no, you're going to have to tell us a little like what your background is. You had this experience. So what is this that you're talking about? And tell us a little bit about what the Age of Aquarius is.
Well, you may not be old enough to know about the stage play, the Age of Aquarius when the moon is in the seventh.
This is the dawning of the Age of Aquarius. Yes, I remember.
Yeah, well, it was a great show, but it actually represented an actual shift in the energies that saturate the planet. So if you think of our planet in the solar system, every 2,500 years or so, the precession of the equinoxes changes the alignment with with the sun and a constellation. Okay, for the last 2,500 years, we had been aligned with the planet Pisces. And everybody knows that Christianity came to its full development in that period of time. And the old sign for Christianity was the fishes, the double fishes. So, but we have moved from there into the next constellation, which is Aquarius. So what's happening is that all the energies running through this constellation that inspire humanity to become brotherly love, to come together in groups, to build groups and have right human relationships, those energies are now saturating the planet. Many of us were born, of course, in the age of Pisces, when that influence was still very strong. And so you have now this chaotic period where people are still thinking in the terms that Pisces brought us, which was individuality and idealism. So as Pisceans, we are, we still like to think my way or the highway. And so we have this chaotic period where all of our institutions are being analyzed, and some of them are being at least trying to throw them away. And so, what we're learning during this next 2,500 years is to how to get along with each other, how to live peacefully together on this planet. Now, historically, at the beginning of every age, a teacher comes to show humanity the way to use the incoming energies properly and to advance the civilization or build a new civilization that is the next step in humanity's evolution. So historically, we had people like Muhammad, we had Hermes, we had the Buddha, and 2,500 years ago, we had what we call the Master Jesus, who was overshadowed by Maitreya and has been teaching humanity how to love on a massive scale. This time, Maitreya has come himself with his group of disciples, including the Master Jesus, and is here to teach us how to live together in peace. It seems like a big job. I think it really must be. We have an awful lot long way to go, I think. But he is here, and all of his disciples are here to show humanity how to actually survive. Because if we don't learn to work together, live together, share our resources together, we probably won't survive on this planet. We could do ourselves in. So that's the import of what I am talking about. It's very serious and yet most hopeful, because there is a teacher and there are these disciples of the teacher who are here to show us the way.
That's amazing. We have a question for you.
Yeah, question in the chat. William wants to know, what year did the Age of Aquarius start?
Well, it actually started in 1625. Now,
okay.
We're talking about a slow process. This has been going on since that time. So 1625.
1625. So predates, it predates us as a country. You know what I mean? It predates the Declaration, the Constitution, all that kind of stuff by, at least 3 generations or so. So that's fascinating. So in terms of Maitreya, can you give us a definition for many who this might be the first time hearing about it? Can you just let us know who it is and what's the, why is the presence so significant?
May I go? I'm sorry, my phone needs a battery charge. I'm terribly sorry. I have an explanation, but can you talk amongst yourself?
Yeah,
by all means. Yeah, for sure. So
I'm sorry.
Don't be. So Age of Aquarius 1625, Jenny. Now, I was right around 3rd grade.
1625. When I think of 1625, I'm thinking the Count of Monte Cristo.
Oh,
I don't know if that was the same time. You watched
that movie, right?
I love that movie.
I love that movie too. Oh, that's so good.
I loved it.
Something about that era, and swords and love, and you know what I mean? Like it's just,
Well, it was kind of dark. It's like, what is that, the Renaissance?
Yeah, it would be around there. Yeah, William, I was surprised too. If I would have guessed more closer here to where it is now. I don't know why I wanted to say 60s. Like that's obviously way off, but I thought it was,
I was born in the 60s, baby.
yeah, 60s flower power and all of that. Jenny Nicasio.
Gummy
Love it.
bears.
So, yeah. So,
I'm getting back.
yeah, no problem. Take your time. So,
Prepared.
Age of Pisces.
That's
I wonder how
okay.
long. I guess
My
that could be a
battery,
follow-up.
my batteries always go dead, but that's because the spirits are lingering.
Yeah, they're grabbing it. Yeah, no, William, we were we were a bit off.
500 years off.
We were a bit off, William. We are the hippies. Holly, are you a 60s?
We are. I'm a hippie.
Hippie Nicasio.
Bell bottom pants, bell bottom.
Bell bottoms, all of that kind
Yeah.
of good stuff.
Definitely. Okay, where were we? Okay. What was the question you asked?
So in the beginning, in the beginning, these.
Oh no, did we lose her?
Did we lose you?
Her Wi-Fi must be acting up.
Yeah.
Darn, I want to know about this Age of Aquarius.
I know. Age of Pisces and Good Old Days by Holly.
We can always do Bible verses nowadays.
Have a reminiscing show,
This is great. Before you go on your big
I told you I was going to be like hair.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Can you imagine that?
No, I know. I wonder if she should just log. What does she log? If you can hear us, Betsy, why don't you try logging out and coming back in?
Yep. Time's yours. We got plenty of time. No need to.
There, she did it, and she can come back in.
I'll just move her.
Yeah, it's well, she's gonna get into. I want to ask her some questions regarding UFOs and me. I love UFOs because she sent us some questions, but how the how did you say that again? Maitreya.
Yeah.
How it is
better late than never. No problem, man.
Joe,
I hear you.
I haven't seen you for a while. Maitreya merged. Okay, is this a person, Maitreya? Is this like a spirit, and it's tied to UFOs? No, it's probably like Ashtar Command. Ashtar. There she is. She's not connected yet. Oh, you're having so much trouble, Betsy. She's probably used to doing Skype.
Here we go.
And you know what I found out? Skype is so much easier when it comes to phone calls. We could have been using Skype to get our phone call with Stan Gordon. For the next time I have him on, I'm going to use Skype to bring him on the phone.
Idea. Betsy, you there?
You okay, Betsy? Can you hear us all right?
I'm here.
All right. Good. That's better.
Yeah,
we got
we can hear you. So
yeah.
So go ahead and tell us what you were saying about
Maitreya and to help people understand what it's about.
Oh, no. Yeah, so this is now fully the Age of Aquarius, and the theme of the whole age is brotherhood and love. Maitreya's simple message is that we are one humanity. Mm-hmm. We are moving together esoterically, but actually expressing factually, moving together toward and I hate to use the word one world because that has its own connotations, but subjectively, we are all one humanity. We are brothers and sisters of one humanity. As John Lennon said, there is no us and them, there's only us. And we can see in the world there's tremendous chaos, tremendous fighting against this pressure that is coming in with these energies to bring humanity together. That means that the actors that are on the stage now are pretty individualistic. Some of them fairly authoritarian. All that has to go. And the process is chaotic. But people should know that it will eventually work out, and that Maitreya and his group are here to make sure that it does work out. And Benjamin Creme was the man who was able to take messages from Maitreya and
She's frozen. Is Maitreya, is he a person or is he a spirit form? And her Wi-Fi is crashing on her.
So I believe, in just a quick search here, it's more of a esoteric concept of a spirit. You know what I mean? And like a message. And so it's more of a future Buddhist concept, if that word makes sense. And this Benjamin Creme was sort of like Bashar, where
Bashar.
Anka,
I like Bashar,
who could channel these sorts of things. And I don't want to speak too much because I don't really know that much about it, but it's more of, guiding philosophies and principles, and that sort of thing. Compared to actually a physical incarnation, a 3D incarnation like that. So that's where that comes in. And if you were to believe in that, it's more of a we are one, loving kindness.
We are one.
Now, that's not too much different than that when, and this is just on my mind because we've had a lot of this lately, is the Galactic Federation and things like that, where they talk about, we don't see you as these are Americans, these are whites, these are blacks.
I don't know if I believe in the Galactic Federation.
Well, I'm just saying, like, when you have that.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's like a spirit. It's like I don't know.
Well, I mean,
it's a shame that her Wi-Fi doesn't work.
I know. We had some good questions for everybody out there.
Here she comes.
There we are.
Sort of.
Get her back on. All right. There we are. Got you back now.
Can you hear us okay, Betsy?
I can't hear anything.
Oh, no?
Are you on your Wi-Fi or are you on your data?
You're on mute now.
You're mute. Can you hear us now?
I don't know what to do.
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
Can you hear us?
You can turn the volume up.
Are you using a cell phone or your computer?
I can't hear you.
Oh.
Feel bad for her.
Yeah.
It's technology.
Some people, and that's something we take for granted. Not too long ago, I lived in a place. This is back in like the early 2010. It might be 2010, 2011. That I lived in a place that you needed to have a house phone still because the cell phone coverage wouldn't reach out there.
I still have my house phone. I don't want to give it away. I still have mine.
You still have your house phone?
Yeah, even though it connects to the internet, I still have it. I don't know. I'm like an old timer. I don't want to give it away. I know if there's a crash, you're not going to have it.
I remember now we always were a cordless family. We always had the cordless ones, right? But grandmother had the one, and I want to tell you that that cord could stretch out to the driveway.
Yeah, do
I'm
you
not
remember
even
those
kidding.
days? Those
Yeah,
phone
it
days,
could.
those were fun.
Yeah,
I miss
it could
these
stretch.
old phones.
Like I'm talking like, don't walk near it because you'll get tangled up in your feet and you trip, rip it off the wall. Can you hear us now, Betsy?
Yes,
Okay,
finally.
all right, there we go.
I don't know.
All right. So where we cut off at, you were
Well,
talking about Benjamin Creme and how he was sort of a spokesperson.
yes, yeah. Ben is. I think he died in 2016. Yeah.
Oh,
He's a Scotsman. He was living in London, and he was a painter, a quite well-known painter, has some beautiful art. And he one day was contacted by a voice that said it was his master. And for about 10 years, this master, who would not give his name because I guess there were enough new names for people to understand, but he trained Ben in the telepathic rapport that is not unusual for a master and a student. So everything Ben would look at, the master would see. Every question was asked of Ben, the master would answer. So Ben became kind of a fountain of truth. And needless to say, the questions came, oh, it was like drinking from a fire hose, I think. In fact, he got really tired of all of our questions. And so all of the questions that were asked about all of this, Share International published in one or other of its many books. So Ben went around the country twice every year, this country, and went around the world many times, giving this information that he had, that the teacher, Maitreya, the world teacher for Aquarius, had come, and that his priorities were that men should live together in peace. He was very concerned about the numbers of people living in gross poverty and starvation, and announced that that was his main reason for back so early in time. So those are he actually gave through Ben 140 messages, which we've put in a book called Messages from Maitreya, which is again available on the website. We charge very little for these books. Everybody can afford them. We do have to pay for the printing, obviously, but any of the books available on the website are really very useful for anyone who's interested. So Ben would go around and give talks. Now, at the beginning of each of his talks, he would be overshadowed by Maitreya. Maitreya's energies of these are of energy. And I happened to go to one of these lectures back in 1984. I think it was 85 in California. And that is where I had experience of Maitreya. But it was preceded by having the reappearance of Christ and the Master's wisdom that I found at a New Age bookstore in the early 80s. As I spent a lot of time between carpools, because I had children at the time, in New Age sections of various bookstores. All this back in those days, it was really very interesting. Me as so interesting that I wanted to know more, but the material, the fact that the return of this great teacher to the world and everything that was involved with it, against all of the religious teachings I had as a child in the Church. But nevertheless, I was really driven to find out more. I thought to myself, I'm willing to go out on this limb, but I have to have proof to me personally, because there was a lot of New Age stuff going on. I am a fairly practical person. So I was reading this book. I was also keeping a dream journal, which a lot of us were doing at that. And I had this dream in which I was standing there, as we do in a dream, standing there, and I saw a man standing, a group of men. He was taller than they were, and he had a long robe on. And he said, "Would you do the heart to heart for your village?" And I think I must have said, yeah. And so anyway, I wrote it down in my book. And I had, after that dream, a really physical feeling of fullness. It was very difficult to explain. But I was determined to go to California, where Ben was speaking, and listen to his lecture. And I didn't know anything about anything other than what I'd read in this book. So I announced to my husband that I was going. He was a little upset because that was the time when the Beatles were going to end, not going to go back. He was leaving with it, but I did calm him down. And there, and Miss M walked through this church where this was happening. He got up on the dais and turned around, eye to eye, to everyone in the audience. When he came to me, I don't know, I saw the man in my dream where Benjamin Creme was on the stage. It was really bright and beyond in front of, and it seemed to go on a long time. It was an extraordinary feeling of joy.
Did we lose her?
No, I think we did.
Well, that sucks.
Oh, well. A very interesting topic.
I wanted to ask her something about, she said she didn't really get into detail how she met him or experienced him. And I wanted to find out how it's connected to UFO sightings.
I know. There's a lot of good questions we could ask, you know.
Betsy.
I know.
Yeah.
Joe, you're right. You're right. Well, I guess in the meantime, Jenny, you want to see something that's real life terrifying?
Yeah, so like to go ahead.
Here you go. Look at this video.
Oh yeah, I had that on my TikTok.
You see that?
He got swallowed up by
Yeah.
Jonah. Jonah
I
well.
know. Isn't that something?
Yeah, I put that on a couple weeks ago when it came out.
How do you get swallowed by a whale?
Well, the same way Jonah did. Didn't Jonah get swallowed up by a whale? Or Jonah was the whale? Or was
Well, Jeremiah was the bullfrog.
Jeremiah? I thought Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
Hopefully, we got her back.
Betsy's trying to come back.
She's rising more than a phoenix.
I'm going to start singing for you again if you want.
Yeah. All right. There we go. Then we got you back.
Can you hear us, Betsy? I don't know. I don't think she can hear us.
No.
She's laughing.
We can't hear her either.
Darn. We
I
could tell her
know.
to call Facebook.
That could be it. It's just not working.
Oh well. We could try calling her, then we wouldn't be able to.
Yeah. Sorry, Betsy. I feel bad.
That's too bad.
I know.
Well,
Yeah. Sorry,
Betsy, we'll try to do that again next time. So,
Yeah.
what
Try
would you
something.
guys? We should have had something prepared, but
I had stuff
other
prepared.
than do you have? So you're so good.
Yeah. So so this story comes to us. This is a weird story. Do you know where Pine Grove, PA is?
I've heard of it.
They had a wild game dinner. Do you want to hear what was on the menu?
Go ahead.
We have stingray casserole, bear stew,
Oh,
raccoon andouille sausage, rabbit
that's sick.
kielbasa, and
Oh,
yeah, roasted gray squirrel, bobcat lo mein, wild boar ham, and coyote teriyaki
that's
on a stick.
disgusting. Well, I wouldn't go there. I wouldn't
Joe, you know
celebrate.
where Joe, you've heard of Pine Grove. They had their annual game, wild game, what's it called? Wild game dinner, rural wild game dinner is what they called it up in Pennsylvania. How about that? Weird
That's
news.
sick. Yeah, that's disgusting. Well, you know what?
Joe, don't tell me you ate a possum. I don't want to hear that you ate a possum, Joe. Did you really eat a possum?
That's disgusting.
Now I got to figure that out. I had
Joe.
alligator when I was visiting relatives in Florida. It
I
was
like
like on a little
sardines.
stick and it was fried. Sardines. Well, if you make Caesar dressing the good way, you always
There's
use
sardines in it.
shark. No, he hasn't. Shark fin soup. You ate shark fin soup, William?
That's disgusting. You guys eat crappy stuff.
Oh, Jenny.
Did you guys hear about Gene Hackman? How he what do
Yes.
you think
What
happened
is
to
going
him
on with
in
that?
Mexico? Well, you know what? Mexico is probably something with the cartel. He's probably involved with something.
He's very old. I don't.
How old is he?
I think he was 95.
Gene Hackman?
Yeah.
Wow, that's old.
Look at Enemy of the State. That came out in the early 2000s. He was old then. But his wife, his dog, and him were found dead this morning.
What'd they do? Take cyanide or what? I'm gonna look up.
I mean, there could be poisonings. You know, if he feeds the dog and things like that.
He was doesn't say how old he was.
I'm pretty sure.
How old is Gene Hackman? Why is it not telling me? It's just going back to his death.
That's odd. No, he didn't eat possums. It's a good man, Joe. But if you're willing, I'll eat a possum.
Alexa, how old is Gene Hackman? See, I didn't ask him how old. 95, you're right.
Oh, yeah, 95.
No, I don't want to hear it.
Who kills a 95-year-old man?
Also, Pompano.
Yeah, no, I've heard of those fish. They're Orange Beach, Alabama.
Yeah, so guys, what would you like to talk about? We have
I got another one for you, Jenny, if you want. Let me hear. We got some here's some legal discourse here. Thieves stolen a credit card, right? They stole a credit card and they went to buy scratchers.
Yeah, I heard that one about
one of the scratchers won a $523,000, not chump change, $500,000, over $500,000. And now the person who card it was to buy it, since it was stolen, says they deserve that money. What do you think about that?
Oh yeah, the person whose money he stole I think it should be. Yeah, Well, what do you think, Tom?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's stolen, right? So in that case, does in that case, if it's stolen and they bought like a let's say a laptop, do you get to keep that laptop? Or is that evidence? I don't know.
Mm.
Joe thinks karma in action. Joe thinks they should get to keep it. I would give it to them.
You would give it to the thief or the person who stole money from?
No. Like if me, the victim, I would give it to the victim. The thief had no legal right to.
Yeah, he stole the money.
He has no legal right to that, is what I'm saying. So, well, he's gone again.
Oh, life's
up and downs. It's fun.
Well, let me see if we can find some interesting TikToks while we.
Sure. Let's see. We had one thing has been the rise of USOs, and as many of you know, USOs, underwater submersible objects. I do believe we do have bases here under the water, but I believe they are the ones working with the government. I don't believe they are just outer space ones. They are ones that are here stationed. And I use this analogy a lot, but if you are a cat and you live in a house, right? And there's a puppy that comes around and it's just knocking things over and doesn't want, you know what I mean? It's just bumbling idiot. What does the cat do? It goes to an area where it can't get to it. It jumps up in the closet. It'll jump up on top of the bed. It'll jump up on top of a hutch and whatever, counters, tables, you name it, where the dog can't get to because it doesn't want to be bothered by it. I essentially think they're doing the same thing with us by going deep down into the ocean because we can never get there.
Hey, wait, I have to show you this. This is I wish Sean Kelly was listening to this.
What time is Pages of Faith?
It's supposed to be at 10:30, but I never get to it. Sorry. I'm going through a transition. I might have to record them more. That's what it's like whenever it's just weekday mornings, Joe.
There you go, Joe. Weekday mornings, and look for.
I'm gonna try to be more consistent with the time. 10:30. It's just
William. California's ability to create official state cryptid.
Yeah.
I did not see that, but that would be one of the most interesting pieces of legislature that I can get behind. Probably the only one in California that I can.
You know what? Siona. Is it Siona that there's a lot of weird cryptic stuff going on? Is it Siona?
Siona.
I think it is. Yeah, it's California.
Isn't
it called Sedona? Smoking Joe.
We got all thrown off with the guest and with the internet issues and Maitreya and
whatever. But I want you to hear this, guys, because John Kelly and we used to make I know it's terrible. We had a guest on. She said she's like the Federation, the Galactic Federation. She speaks to Ashtar. I just saw some more Ashtar. I haven't seen Ashtar on TikTok in a long time. Yeah, Sedona. What the hell is that?
Oh yeah,
it's in Arizona. Then what the hell? No, it's Sonoma, California.
Yeah, Sonoma. That's wine country, isn't it?
Yeah, it's wine
Sonoma. Country. Sounds like a truck that GMC makes.
Can you see that?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, this guy. Dear brothers and sisters, I am Ashtar of Ashtar Command. Wait.
I am Ashtar of the Ashtar Command, a collective of interstellar light forces working in close cooperation with the Galactic Federation of Light. With deep love, I greet you in these times of momentous change.
See, they always say
Many of you
deep
sense
love.
that something extraordinary is underway. An awakening across humanity.
No,
An acceleration of cosmic energies.
that's just
and a
one
growing
alien.
anticipation that we stand on the
They're
threshold of a
good,
new era. I
right?
come to share a broad advantage on
But
these
aren't there
developments,
bad
so
aliens
you may
too?
step forward with
You'd
clarity
have
and
to.
grace.
You can't believe in heaven
Over the
without
last
hell. You can't
6 to
believe light
12
without
months,
dark. So you
star
can't believe
seeds
good
and light
aliens without
bearers
bad aliens. It's
worldwide
just not
have
possible.
observed a significant uptick in.
Yeah, it's just that they don't talk all these galactic
I
federations
can give
and everything.
you
And like this
names of
Delay, but she was
the
talking about
races
too, Maitreya or whatever his name is. What did you say?
betray us.
Maitreya is supposed to be energetic.
This right here, and I'm going to give a shout out to my guy Craig Campobasso. Get that book.
Guy's creepy. That's
This-
a woman.
Yeah, but this will go over everything you'll need to know about, like this one, Cygnus Alphins, and it'll have like physical characteristics. It'll have physical characteristics, belief system, cosmic agenda. You will find who are the good versus the bad from this gentleman. And Grays.
What's that book called? Let me write it down. I think you told me once before. Like the Extraterrestrial Species Almanac.
Yes. And you will find out what they believe. You will find out what they are. Look here, Palladians.
They look like human too.
Yeah, some look.
They're all blonde hair, like the Ashtar.
Palladians. They believe in the cosmic law of one, which was what the Galactic Federation was saying, or the woman who was channeling that. That is a spiritually advanced race, egoless beings, and are keepers of DNA and RNA. So they look like us. You know what I mean? And we look like them. But you will get also the let me find them. Clones, Aryan, Zeta Reticuli, Zeta Human, Orons, Mormions, Greys, and also reptilians. And you will find out what their belief system is, because some are more selfish. You know what I mean? You believe if you're one of the good ones on the Federation, if we were to take that as fact, right, Jenny? That's the comic law of one. That is the consciousness scale. That is, we want to bring all humans up to our level because they've suffered enough here on Earth. The other ones are more base. So the reptilians, the Greys, the Zeta Reticuli, they are more base, where they are coming here. They've ruined their DNA to a certain point. They need hybridization. They need female eggs. They need male sperm. They need resources. They're still working on a selfish plane. So those are the differences between the two, and all of that is in that book. And it's it's a fun read. It's a fun read just learning about all of them.
Yeah, I'd like to do that because I don't know all the species. I mean, I hear of them, and I know there's a lot of them.
Oh yeah, this is a 200-page plus book, but you will. I would say concentrate like 80% of your learning on maybe 10 of them: reptilians, Greys, Zetas, Palladians, Arcturians, insectoids. Those are another one of the bad ones.
They look like insects.
Yeah, which that has to be the scariest one. You have a Gray walking around or something that's walking upright like a human, but it's a praying mantis. What do you think's more scary?
How come they don't make movies about the praying mantis? They always make it like as big and tentacles.
Yeah, that would be a good movie. Do you think it's because Do you think it's because those are who control Hollywood and they don't want to be found out?
Oh, do you remember the little Saturday morning show called Land Before Time?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
These things they look like reptilians. Like they stand up. They look like reptilians.
Yeah. I mean, our good friend of the network, friend of Beyond the Radar and Chasing Prophecy, Joanne Fawcett. Man, she has some wild stories about, our involvement in the government involvement from her husband, who was a classified agent.
I know.
She had some
I just wish
crazy
it would
stuff.
all come out because I don't know why they have to hide it. I mean, I just want to hear about it. I think it's really
I forgot the name, but he's right.
Slee stack.
Wow. That's amazing, Joe. Great memory. I completely forgot the name of them.
Now, Mulder and Scully were on the Screenwriter Guild Awards.
Yeah.
Now, why would they be on giving out awards? Do you think they're up to something? I think there's going to be some kind of comeback of the X-Files.
I thought there were supposed to be with new people,
but involved.
They weren't even in writing or producing or anything like that.
I wish they would, because I just loved Mulder and Scully.
Even if they're not back for a main thing, have them be training
Yeah, they could be training the agents or something.
Or have it where they're training agents. They're not even out in the field yet. That would be good if they're how at Quantico or you're,
interns.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to get you hooked up with how to do the interns here.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to, because I want to get a couple interns for summertime, actually. See if I can find a couple.
Yeah. It's a way to give back to the community. It's a way to give back to the younger people, and it really does. I still get emails from them for business reference or things like work reference, career reference and things like that. And it's just fun to check in on them and be like, oh yeah, I'm going to try for this place or I'm going to try for that place, and it's to know that even if we did 10% of it. What I mean?
You have to give me their how you did the evaluations and stuff like that, or to send to their instructor.
Well, it's all when you work with different schools, it's all different. So the one was a form that I filled out as the manager. You know what I mean at the work. That was that. The other one, I didn't do anything, and the other one. The third one, I got a phone call and we discussed everything about the project. And they said, if you have anybody else, if you continue this, please keep us in mind. And that was Westchester University, which I signed a 5-year deal or 5-year agreement with, where Oracle Talk Radio Network we're approved. Basically, we're approved. You know what I mean? As a place to do that. So it's all different. But one thing I wanted to give all them personally was, hey, here's a letter, a recommendation. Keep this, use it for wherever you need to. And you have my contact info if anybody needs a call reference. You know what I mean? So that would be, it's not like you're going to be doing work or anything like that.
Yeah, that's good. Well, probably should call it a night.
Well, before we do, I should talk to everybody here. This show, the network, everything has been just so wonderful and has taken off before, bigger than I could have ever dreamed. And, I will be going away for a bit. I will be coming back. That's not a maybe, that's a definite. I will be coming back, but I have to tend to some things in the personal life. You can look for me to come back by the end of the year, hopefully, God willing. But everybody out there has been so supportive, so strong. The Oracle Talk Radio Network doesn't need me. I need the Oracle Talk Radio Network. That's the way I will, put that. The wonderful shows, Joe, man, I'll be back, man. Don't you worry about me. Hopefully sooner. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'll be back, hopefully sooner rather than later. Jenny, you've been a wonderful guiding North Star to me, over this last year. I can't wait to do many more years after this and look in the rear view mirror about how, what a bump that was, but we can, we'll get through it together. Chasing Prophecy is just a beacon. It's the flagship show of the Oracle Talk Radio Network. And a lot of that is to Jenny, but also a lot of that is to all you out there too, listening, commenting, talking, really supporting. We didn't know what we had, and Jenny can probably admit this. We didn't know what we had when we started the Oracle Talk Radio Network. We didn't know what it would be. We didn't know if we would even be here 3 months later, let alone 6 months later, let alone 9 months later. And we are just going to keep plowing ahead with wonderful new shows. We're going to plow ahead with, news and keeping the same integrity that we had with, everything from mental health, a variety network, mental health to politics, to literature, to conspiracy, to paranormal, to whatever. All of you out there have just been, a guiding light. I talk to many of you on, through this when you comment, and many of you email me. Many of you are silent watchers. I get emails from people I don't even see in the chat. I get emails from people that I've never liked anything. You all are just wonderful people. I can't wait to come back and see how great it is and see all of the wonderful things that Jenny has. I'm going to miss all of the wonderful guests that Jenny brings on. But, once I'm back, I'll tell you, the sky's the limit. There's nothing that's going to hold us back. We're going to be making this network for all of you. We have big plans in mind. This isn't a goodbye. It's a see you later. So
yeah, see you later. Most definitely.
I love you all.
I'm going to miss you.
I'll miss you.
And Jenny Kiss, keep rock. Yeah, well, I'll have some help.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sean Kelly's going to step in until Tom comes back.
Yeah. And like I said, hopefully sooner rather than later. And thank you, Holly. I'm going to miss you too. And when I come back, we're going to kick it off. We're going to have a party. I'm sad I'm leaving my girls. I'm leaving Jenny and I'm leaving Cassandra, you both very important parts to me. And, we're gonna do it well. It's more, Sean, I can't
start
thank him
crying again, Tom.
Don't. But Sean's going to be more than adequate replacement. Hopefully Sean gives people hell, just like with the flat earther.
He's funny. Sean cracks me up.
He does. He's a great man. He's a great man.
And sometimes he tells the guests a few things.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe you can ease him in with some paranormal investigating stuff and then turn him over to the conspiracy ones.
Yeah. We'll just have some fun.
You'll have some fun. Double up on the gummies.
No, I'm laying off the gummies. I'm drinking caffeine tonight to get through the night.
There you go.
No, it wasn't. I don't have gummies all the time. It's just.
I know.
I do it for pain. I'm in pain. I'm in pain.
Listen, there's a lot worse.
Grandma, I'm going to be an old lady next month.
No, seriously, Jenny. There's a lot worse things you could do for pain, and there's a lot worse things out there that they want to give you for pain. So, just don't.
I'm so glad you did too, Joe.
Yeah.
So you'll be gone. I'll have a birthday. I don't want to say how big.
I'll tell everyone she's turning 35.
I wish. God, 35. Where was I? You don't want to know where I was. Yeah. But everybody, it's been a great time. Sorry our guest didn't come through for us tonight, but we had fun just goofing off. So next week, I have someone coming on, but it's probably going to just be, I think what I'm going to do is just be a recap with Sean and just, get to talk to him more and see what he's been up to.
Yeah, that's a good plan.
With See what's
Introduce
going
him.
on. I'll be 59. Sonny, happy birthday. Are
Yeah,
you
happy birthday,
Pisces?
Joe.
I'm older than you. I'm an old lady, I swear. That's okay. That's what makeup's for. Like the guy on YouTube said, if you
Oh,
believe in Jesus, why do you wear so much makeup? I was like, what is that? Because I want to look good for Jesus. Whatever. People are so weird.
I know.
Sickening.
I know. What a bum.
Yeah, what a bum. Okay, guys, it's been good I'm glad to talk to you all in the chat, and we'll see Tom next year. I'm into older women. I never dated I always dated younger men. Isn't that funny? So weird.
Oh,
My whole life, I've never dated anybody my own age. But anyways, everybody will see Tom next year.
it won't be a whole year.
Okay, not a whole year.
Yep, it won't be a year.
You rock. Yes, he does. All right,
Thank you.
guys. We'll see you next time, next same place, same channel.
Yes.
Behave.
Bye, everybody.
Have a great weekend coming up.